Let's get right into it. Number 1. The double whorl thumbprint. Imagine pressing your thumb on your phone and your fingerprint looks like it's trying to do synchronized swimming. Most people have loops, some have arches. But you might have the ultra-rare double whorl, which looks like two tiny tornadoes arguing about custody of your identity. Your brain probably never thought about fingerprint shapes beyond unlock device, go brar, but biologically it's a weird flex. Double whorls show up in less than 2% of people and often come with stronger tactile sensitivity, meaning your thumbs are basically overachievers that can feel textures better, grip faster, and maybe drop fewer groceries than the rest of us. In the Middle Ages, a fingerprint like this totally would have gotten you accused of being chosen by the gods, or cursed by them. Today, it just means your hands have premium DLC. So if you've ever noticed your thumbprint looks like the logo of a confusing new tech startup, congrats! Your body is trying to tell everyone it's rare, mysterious, and maybe a little dramatic. Number 2. The devil's tooth, but make it harmless. You're chewing gum, you glance in the mirror, and boom, an extra little pointy tooth appears behind another like it's trying to photobomb your smile. That, my friend, might be a mesiodens, a rare bonus tooth that pops up where it absolutely wasn't invited. Only about 1% of humans get this little dental gremlin. Historically, people thought it meant you were destined for greatness, trouble, or both, which honestly is just how life works for anyone with unusual dental geometry. Your brain today thinks, oh, it's a genetic quirk. But deep down, your mouth is like, surprise, here's a secret fang, do what you will. Dentists usually remove it because it can mess with alignment, but as a body feature, it's basically your skeleton whispering, I contain multitudes, and sometimes extras. If you ever had a childhood x-ray showing more teeth than the average shark, congratulations. You're in the rare tooth club, population, chaotic. Number 3. Piercing blue sclera tint. You know that white part of your eye? For most people it is, well, white. But some extremely rare folks have a naturally bluish tint to their sclera, making their eyes look like they were color-graded by a Hollywood filter artist. This happens when the connective tissue in the eye is thinner, letting some pigment show through. And no, it doesn't mean you're sick. In most cases, it's just a harmless genetic quirk, a very aesthetic one. You basically have built-in fantasy character eyes like you accidentally spawned from a video game cutscene instead of real life. People will stare and ask if you're wearing special contacts. Nope, that's just your face running a rare visual update. If your eyes sometimes look like they're reflecting the sky even indoors, congratulations. You might have one of the rarest, most mesmerizing ocular features on Earth. Number 4, super long palmaris tendon, or no palmaris at all. Hold your thumb and pinky together and flex your wrist. Do you see a tendon pop up like a little worm auditioning for attention? That's your palmaris longus. Most people have one, some people have 2, and about 15% of people, they don't have it at all. Either version is rare in its own way. Having an extra long one makes your forearms look like they're prepping for a bodybuilding competition even when you're just typing emails. But having no palmaris tendon at all? That's the real genetic wildcard. It doesn't affect grip, strength, or ability. Surgeons often remove that tendon for grafts because your body literally won't miss it. Meaning your body comes pre-equipped with removable spare parts like a customizable action figure. If your wrist either flexes into high definition or looks suspiciously smooth where a tendon should be, congratulations. You're rare in a way that confuses medical students and impresses gym bros. Number 5, the hitchhiker's thumb upgrade. Imagine giving someone a thumbs up and your thumb bends backward like it's trying to check for traffic behind you. That's the hitchhiker's thumb, technically called distal hyperextensibility, and only a small percentage of people have it to that dramatic degree. To everyone else, it looks like your thumb is made of rubber, or like it missed the memo about normal bone behavior, but your brain, it's unbothered, just casually operating joints with bonus range mode activated. This doesn't make you more flexible everywhere, just unusually bendy in one very specific, very visible place. And the fun part? People will stare. They'll ask you to do it again. Some will recoil like you just attempted dark magic. Biologically, it's harmless, just a cool genetic variant where your ligament structure says, what if we ignored the rules today? So if your thumbs can lean back farther than your motivation on a Monday morning, congrats. You're rocking a rare party trick built directly into your skeleton. Number 6, a double-notched ear, Darwin's point. Some people have a tiny bump or folded point at the top of their ear, like a leftover feature from your ancient ancestors who maybe needed sharper hearing or just wanted to look cool. It's called Darwin's tubercle, and only about 10% of people have it prominently on one or both ears. If you have it, your ears look like they're trying to cosplay as elf ears but gave up halfway. It doesn't affect hearing or balance. It's just a quirky design choice your genetics decided to keep for fun. And it is hereditary, which means if your family has it, you get the joy of realizing you all look like you're one generation away from living in a fantasy forest. People might ask if you pierced something wrong, if you got an injury, or if you were sculpted by an apprentice who didn't follow the blueprint. Nope, that's just your extremely rare, mildly dramatic ear architecture. Number 7. The starburst iris pattern. If someone has ever stared into your eyes for too long and said something like, "Whoa, it looks like there's a sunburst in there," you might have a rare radial iris streak pattern. These look like golden or light-colored lines shooting outward from the pupil, giving your eyes an unintentional cinematic glow-up. It's caused by how the collagen fibers in your iris are arranged, and only a small percent of people have a bold, obvious version. The effect? It makes your eyes look like they're hiding ancient lore or about to reveal someone's destiny. No contacts needed. Nature just decided to flex for you. And yes, people with this often get compliments from strangers because your eyes look like they were painted by a bored Renaissance artist with extra gold pigment. If your eyes look normal from afar but magical up close, congratulations. Your face has built-in special effects. Number 8. The angel's kiss birthmark. Some people are born with a faint pink or reddish patch somewhere on their face or neck, often on the eyelids, forehead, or between the eyebrows. These are commonly called angel's kisses, and while not harmful at all, they're surprisingly rare to see in adults because they usually fade over time. But if yours didn't fade, that's when it gets unique. A soft blush patch that sticks around gives you an instantly recognizable feature. The kind of subtle mark that makes your face look perpetually ethereal or slightly enchanted. Sometimes it gets more vivid when you're cold, hot, or emotional, as if your skin is sending out status updates. It's one of those rare body features that aren't dramatic, but undeniably beautiful in a quiet, personal way, like your skin kept a souvenir from the moment you arrived in the world. Number 9. Ultra-flexible collarbones, floating clavicle trick. Try this. Shrug your shoulders forward. If your collarbones pop up dramatically like two little drawbridges rising on command, that's a rare body trick caused by unusually mobile sternoclavicular joints. Most people's collarbones barely move. Yours? They're out here performing interpretive dance. It's harmless, but the visual effect is intense. It looks like bones are teleporting under your skin, like your skeleton is trying to escape a little bit just to say hello. Medical students would stare, friends would scream, medieval villagers would light torches. Your brain isn't doing anything special. It's just taking advantage of extra joint laxity, a genetic lottery ticket that makes your upper skeleton unusually expressive. If you can wiggle your collarbones like they're auditioning for a role in a fantasy movie, congratulations. You're rocking one of the rarest, creepiest, coolest anatomical party tricks known to humanity. Number 10. The double eyelash line. Distichiasis. If someone has ever said, "Wow, your lashes look insanely full," and you swear you're not wearing extensions, mascara, or sorcery, you might have distichiasis, an extremely rare condition where you grow a second row of eyelashes. Not like a whole fluffy row, more like extra lashes hidden behind the main set. To most people, it looks like your eyelids are naturally running on beauty mode. To you, it might feel like the universe accidentally doubled your lash order. In rare cases, they can grow inward and irritate the eye, but for many people, they're just a bizarre bonus feature that makes them look like they woke up ready for a photo shoot. Basically, your eyelids decided that one row was too basic and ordered backup. Celebrities have paid fortunes for lash looks people with distichiasis wake up with by accident. Number 11. The golden ratio toe lineup. Some people have toes arranged in a perfectly descending diagonal, each one slightly shorter than the last. So symmetrical it looks like your foot was designed by a very picky architect. This rare formation, sometimes called Morton's ideal, is not the same as Morton's toe. Instead, it's that elegant sloping setup you see on statues, paintings, and ancient sculptures. Your feet basically look like they were commissioned. Most people have uneven toes, a long second toe, or random height chaos. Not you. Your toes look like a gradient, a staircase, a satisfying chart, the kind of foot that would make Renaissance artists whisper, magnificent. It doesn't affect balance or walking, it just means you're walking around with premium feet that would have gotten you hired as a muse in 1504. Number 12. Naturally split lip line. Look closely at your upper lip, really closely. Some people have a naturally defined vertical groove or even a subtle split that makes their cupid's bow extra sharp, dramatic, or heart-shaped. Most people have a smooth philtrum and a rounded lip line. But yours looks sculpted, almost animated, like your DNA accidentally used a sharpen filter. It's extremely rare to have a naturally deep or sculpted split, and people with it often get asked if they're wearing lip liner or some fancy lip lift technique. Nope, that's just your face doing graphic design. And the best part? It makes every expression, smirking, smiling, even judging silently, look 20% more intense. A built-in highlight your lip didn't ask for but definitely enjoys. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them. Sketchy Logic Explains is an educational entertainment animation channel that explores the truth behind everyday mysteries. I put genuine effort into drawing every single day. It's not easy at all. Please help me with one subscription. It truly means a lot to me. I love you all.